Today we're going to go over one of my favorite rehab products for wrist and hand injuries. This is a strengthening device. It's a type of exercise bar that provides resistance when it comes to strengthening the wrist and the hand. Now this is one of my favorites because it could pretty much imitate any wrist related activities that you can think of. This one I got is not what we usually use in the clinic. We usually use the TheraBand brand, and that is the most well-known and most expensive one. A set of 3 different resistance bars on Amazon costs $53.99. And I was kind of curious to see what the other are like compared to the TheraBand brand. So this one I am testing out is called the Logist bars. Logist exercise bar set, and there's a couple other brands like D-Moose, Serenalite. I don't know what they're like because I only got a Logist. So I got a set of 3. These are pretty generic colors, RBG colors. TheraBand also had these color codes. However, they're coded a little differently. So in TheraBar, the easier one would be red, medium would be actually green, high resistance will actually be blue, but here it's kind of swapped around. The green is actually easiest, followed by blue, and then finally red is the hardest. Even though they look exactly the same size, they do feel a little different. So this is more flimsy and this is a little more girthy, and the last one is very tough. So the first one we're going to go over will be flexion and extension of the wrist. So this movement, flexion, extension. So this is going to imitate the towel wringing. So if you have a wet rag or a wet towel and you want to wring out the water, so you're going to strengthen your fingers and your wrist at the same time. So I love this type of exercise equipment. And the next will be turning movements, turning a doorknob. So you could do it a couple different ways, but the simplest one is just to make it into a upside down U, and also a regular U. If you do it this way, it will be more of honor deviation. If you do it this way, it will be more of a pronation, more like a doorknob turning kind of movement. So it depends on where your elbow position is. You could do it much more standard way, which is setting one end on the table, and then you apply force this way. So this is going to be your resisted honor deviation, and the opposite will be your resisted radial deviation. And you can also do it this way. So this is going to be your resisted pronation, and this is going to be your resisted supination. This can also imitate certain thumb movements. So when you're twisting a bottle cap, you can use this to practice your twisting. Or you're turning a key, you can also train your thumb this way as well. But there's a couple other movements you can do with the thumb. You can push this over and push the other way. Basically, you could train several different directions, resisted thumb movements. It's probably the easiest one to set up in terms of resisted wrist exercises because you only just need one thing. And you don't have to anchor your TheraBand like I went over in a previous video. So this is easy to carry. This is very easy, very light. So all 3 different resistance are very light to carry. You don't have to worry about they have to be somewhere where my dumbbells are, be able to do these resisted wrist strengthening. These are extremely light, very portable, about the same length as a dumbbell. You could easily fit this inside your bag, your purse, your backpack. Wouldn't be heavy at all. I like this a lot. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. The Logist versus TheraBand, I feels like it does the same job. Yeah, I would recommend it. This is not any worse than the TheraBand brand. I can't say the same for the other brands like D-Moose or Serenalite. At least I could say that Logist is solid.